For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 13 of Season 2 at Everton Football Club. We start with a game on Sunday, December 17th against Newcastle United. We are in okay form. We've had a little bit of a hiccup recently, but we were able to claw ourselves back from 2-0 down to get a point against Manchester United last time out, so I'm hoping to build on that today. I'm actually really busy over the next couple of days, so I'm having to record a number of videos ahead of time. So as such, we're going to have two games today and 2 games tomorrow, and then we'll be into the January transfer window. To ensure that I can get enough feedback for you so that I can record enough videos ahead of time, I need you guys to start hitting me with suggestions in today's video. We'll play Newcastle and Stoke, and then at the end of the episode, I won't do a full squad report, but I'll give you a quick rundown of what the squad looks like so you guys have a decent idea of where you think I need to strengthen. We do still have a number of players on the transfer list and a number of players available for loan, mainly loan, because of course we've got an exceptionally large number of youth players that are already out on loan, as you can see here. A couple more we're trying to loan out too, and we also still have a number of players on the transfer list, including of course the big fee that we could potentially get for Kevin Morales. Now, we haven't seen any more or any of our transfer budgets or any of our prize money added to our transfer budget for getting through in the Champions League, so we do still only have about £6.5 million or so to spend. But if we sell Morales, that instantly bumps up towards 20 million. Plus, of course, we'll get an extra £100,000 to add to the wage budget. So we will have, if we can sell Morales or use him as part of another deal, a decent amount of money to bring in another player. But I don't know, off the top of my head, even after having a closer look at the side, I don't know where I think I need to strengthen. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments section. So drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too. Make sure you stick around throughout the entire video and watch till the end so you can see what the squad looks like. But we're going to jump into this game against actually 4th place Newcastle, who currently sit level on points with us in 3rd and 4th place. Although we have a game in hand on Manchester United and obviously a goal difference advantage over both of them. If we win our game in hand, we'll go at least 2nd, and depending on what Palace's result is, maybe top. But first, we have to beat Newcastle, so that's what we'll try and do, and then we follow that up with a game against Stoke. So a side that are performing exceptionally well this season after getting promoted last year, Newcastle first, and then a side that always seemed to cause me problems, Stoke City after that. I'm intrigued to see what this Newcastle side looks like. Obviously, my final career mode of FIFA 16 was with Newcastle, and we made dramatic changes to the squad, but that looks pretty similar to the side that we had, other than the in-real-life additions they made of like Kieran Clark and DeAndre Yedlin, etc. So there was Lazar in there. I recognise the name, but don't know much about the player, so we'll have to wait and see how good Newcastle can be. But they're obviously having a great season so far, just as good a season as we are, so I'm expecting it to be pretty challenging. Williams into Çalhanoğlu to Lukaku, Deulofeu down the right to Deulofeu, up against Lazar, who's a player like we mentioned I'm not too familiar with, but Chancel Mbemba heads that behind for a corner after 9 minutes. Let's look for a couple of people in the middle. Up goes, I think that was actually Sammy Amiobi that headed that away. We'll try and actually drill this one, maybe put a little bit more power on it, really whip it in. Witzel's up! And the ball, unfortunately, is up and over the top of the bar. First chance comes, though, after 10 minutes, but still 0-0. Lukaku to Chali. Give it to Lukaku again. And I just need to find the space for the shot, but my God, that is a terrible effort. I think I'm trying to be too forceful with Lukaku's shots. I'm putting too much power on them, which means I can't get the placement. I think he's got a powerful enough shot anyway. If I just get the placement right, then hopefully the ball will work its way into the back of the net of its own accord, rather than me having to actually try and force it past the keeper. CM De Jong tackles me there, though, and that's going to be a free kick. I thought it was going to keep going down the line. Had he kept going down the line, I would have been able to just tackle the ball away, but unfortunately he turned back, and I caught him. Deserved yellow card there for Socrates. cross, sorry, to come in from CM De Jong. And in it comes, and it's actually Socrates that heads it away. Corner for Newcastle. Florian Thauvin to take. And that's towards the near post. Mitro brings it down well, but I'll just tackle him with Çalhanoğlu and run off with it. No, I won't. Mitrovic will tackle me again because he's particularly strong. Who's going to win that aerial battle? Check Tiote. Kieran Clark tries to get it in, but how is that a foul? How is that a foul? He's just backed into me and miskicked the ball. If they score this free kick, I will be so annoyed. CM De Jong's apparently injured, but thankfully Mitrovic can't take a free kick to save his life. It's more like a sort of free kick I'd take. 0-0 after 20 minutes. Çalhanoğlu. Lukaku's making a good run, and we've slotted him in, but I want to try and turn onto his left foot. Maybe we'll try and finesse this one. Bounces back off Chancel Mbemba, and Iñaki Williams picks up on it. Got support there from James McCarthy. Witzel's in some space. We'll look for Lukaku again. Maybe this time we'll try on the right foot. Yes, much better finish this time around. Just stroking it home on the floor with that right foot. I just tapped the B button there rather than putting too much power on it. I thought about turning the other way, but you can see the defender thought I was going to go onto my left. So kind of anticipated that by moving to the right, which meant all I had to do was just turn onto the right foot. And I had so much space to pick my spot. And Lukaku did just that. 1-0 Everton. All over the top. Thauvin brings that down, gets it to Mitro. And he's still going here, Mitrovic. Into Thauvin, good save by Sergio Rico. He actually had a man there waiting, CM De Jong in the middle, to basically put it into an empty net. He was on his own. Corner comes in, that's poor. Witzel heads away. Lukaku brings that down. Can't get past DeAndre Edlin with the first touch. Had he been able to do that? Oh, God, what a run by Lazar. Sammy Amiobi ends up on the floor. The ball bounces around in the box. Thauvin gets past Seamus Coleman. But we've been able to hold him up. And we steal the ball off him. Surely the half-time whistle isn't going to be long in coming. But are Newcastle going to get another opportunity before it does? Lazar into the box. Still driving. Into the middle. Lemos blocks it. And we will get it away. And there's the half-time whistle. 1-0 up. Oh, nice block by Witzel. And Lukaku skipped past the defender. Will aim for the far corner. It's a smart save by Tim Krul to keep it out. And Lazar does well to stop us from picking up a corner in the opening 5 minutes this second half. Lukaku with a decent effort there. Tried to put a little bit more power on it that time. Unfortunately, Deulofeu, rather uncharacteristically, gives away a foul for being too physical with an opposition player. Tiny little Deulofeu apparently is too strong for Sammy Amiobi. Thauvin turned inside the defender well there, and he's got options here, but I got stuck on Jack Colback. Oh, what a strike. I think it was CM De Jong actually I got stuck on. I tried to come across with the defender, and I felt the controller vibrate in my hands as the defender just ran straight into CM De Jong. You see Lemos there. I came across to try and close him down, and he just gets a full Dutchman to the face, and I can't get to him. Great finish from Thauvin, though, off the woodwork, and he hits it so flush that it actually barely makes it inside the side netting on the other side of the goal. A great finish, but that pegs us back to 1-1 just 10 minutes into the second half. Corner for Newcastle. They've had a number throughout this game. That one's deep, but will head away. And Lukaku, can he get the turn in? He can. Can he get away from everybody else? I'm not sure. Float this over looking for Iñaki Williams, who will have the pace to keep that in. Am I getting enough support here? Çalhanoğlu's arriving. Iñaki Williams could look for Lukaku, though. And then maybe look for Iñaki Williams again. And we are back in front. Extremely well worked there. Just keep the ball moving, keep the defence guessing, work the man into space. Iñaki Williams to Lukaku, kept his run going, swept back to him, and then a simple finish. They weren't level for long, Newcastle. Sorry, boys, but you're going to have to try again. CM De Jong down the right. Cross comes in, win that header please. Socrates, he didn't. Somehow, Iosi Perez won that header up against Socrates. Not entirely too sure. Perez isn't the tallest and Socrates isn't the smallest, but Saponara's in behind here and we might seal the game out as they almost got themselves... Oh, an equaliser. Oh, jeeps, we nearly get a third at the other end. That would have been quite comical had it ended up into the back of the net. It was quite comical anyway. Oh, that's a foul. Iosi dropped the shoulder well. Seamus Coleman's going to get a yellow card. That's 3 of my 4 players in the back line that have picked up a yellow card in this game. I'm normally quite, reserved discipline-wise, but clearly Newcastle have been playing well enough for me to make a few defensive mistakes, and I've picked up yellow cards for it. Although, I guess the Socrates yellow that we saw earlier wasn't really a mistake as such, was it? That was just... Well, I guess it was a mistake, but it was a rather forceful mistake. Tovan with a shot. Wide of the target. Final kick of the game. Newcastle do not equalise. We get all 3 points. I don't know what the Palace score was. We'll jump back now and see what the result for them was. Bournemouth lose. Stuttered there. Bournemouth lose 3-0 to Spurs. Means that Palace don't play till the Monday. So we'll jump as far as the Stoke game now, and then we'll see what the table looks like. Crystal Palace did win, so they go top again, and as we were, level on points with Manchester United, sat in second place, 2 points off the top. Now, the fixture list is a little awkward here, because we play on the 23rd, and then in FIFA style, we play on Christmas Day against Liverpool. Not Boxing Day, not Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Alright, so we'll play Stoke now. I'm going to play, a mixture of first team and rotation players. Obviously, I want to win the game against Liverpool. I'd take a defeat against Stoke to win against Liverpool. But if we can get a draw against Stoke, then I'll take it. Oh, it just sucks that we've got to play on Christmas Day. Sometimes this game, well, the majority of the time, this game just doesn't make sense. Oh, wow, what a turn from Pizarro. What a strike. Good save from Alban Lafont. I was confident I'd won the ball there on the edge of the box with that tackle, but no, he just spanned me beautifully. And the shot needed a save from the youngster in between the sticks. Starting almost a full rotation side here against Stoke, but we've gotten to the point now in this save where our squad depth is particularly good. So we don't really need to worry that much about playing full rotation sides, because our full rotation side is probably good enough to qualify for, to finish like top 6 in the Premier League, but our strongest 11 right now is good enough for us to be title challenging in the second season. We weren't ever really challenging for the title in season number 1. Arsenal were always clearly better than us, and we've already lost to them so far this season as well, but we put up a little bit more fight this year so far than we... What am I doing? My defence just split open there. We've put up a little bit more of a fight against the bigger sides this season, most notably that comeback against Manchester United. So I'm hoping that with the right additions in this January window, we can strengthen further and continue to do well in the Champions League and really genuinely challenge for the Premier League title in this second year. Whether we will be able to achieve it or not remains to be seen, but we can give it a fair old crack. And Jovetic here, I just saw the run in the middle. I just saw the run in the middle of the man through there. I think it was Hakan Çalhanoğlu, but I couldn't quite turn to get the ball to him in enough time to set him through one-on-one. Here's Joselu. Oh, lovely tackle by Besic, whose time at the club might be coming to an end. He might be one of the players that I think about moving on in the January transfer window to look for an absolute worldie of a central midfielder, although we already have 3 great starting centre mids. And in actual fact, James McCarthy had a £30 million bid come in for him, didn't he? From, was it Barcelona in the summer transfer window with like 4 hours to go on deadline day? So I'm really unsure as to what's going to happen in this January transfer window. And like I say, after this game, I'll give you a quick rundown of what the squad looks like with regards how many people we've got in certain positions, etc. and the quality of depth we've got in certain positions. And you will have to help me make decisions for this upcoming transfer window. Corner for Stoke. Nacho to take it. A lot of power on it, and it's whipped in. I think it was actually Alfie Hill that got the head on that, so it's going to be a secondary corner. I'd like to get this one away if we possibly can. Maybe perhaps send Jovetic off on a counter-attack. I'll try and give this to Balassi here. Throw it over the top of the defender. I've got some room to run into. My God, did he take an age to get that under control. But he's turned past Phil Bardsley well. I'm just going to drive into this space here. I've got Taylor closing me down. We'll play that in front of Kwadwo Asamoah. Look for Jovetic, who will find... Oh, I tried to wrong foot the defender, but Volscheid read it beautifully. I was hoping Jovetic would hit that first time, but as in take the touch first time to burst past the defender. But he took a touch first and then went to make the move, which... in actual fact, gave the defender the time he needed to set his feet and get the tackle in. Shaqiri's made a fool of me there, but Yannick Balassi has the extra pace on him, so we'll win it back. This has been an entertaining game so far. Not that many clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities, and really the only ones that have come have been Stokes, to be fair, but maybe we can have one of our own in a moment. Iñaki Williams, Çalhanoğlu, Jovetic, 1-0. There we go. We did have one of our own, and it's ended up in the back of the net. Everton 1, Stoke 0. Tidy finish from Stefan on his left foot. That's a nice tackle by Çalhanoğlu. I've got Jovetic inside, Balassi outside. Try the fake Rabona. Look for Çalhanoğlu. We're going to want to spin this defender, which he's done brilliantly. And that's it. The clearest penalty you'll ever see. Chopped from behind. No other way to put it. Absolutely chopped. It'll be a yellow card at least for the defender here. There are a number of players around him, but it was a harsh challenge from behind. But referee deems a yellow card only to be the punishment. I will give it to Çalhanoğlu, considering he won it. Let's put it top left, shall we? Normally it's me missing the target that's the issue from the penalty. This time the keeper saved it. I mean, on Ultimate Team I seem to score, you know, almost all of my penalties, but on career mode that may well be 7 or 8 of my last 10 missed. I'm not sure, but it's definitely up there. I mean, that was on target and headed towards the top corner. That was just an outstanding save. Like, there's not much I can do about that one. Balassi with a nice little back heel. Bezic is in, but he hasn't got the strength to hold off the defender. We stay at just 1-0 in front after 39 minutes. Bagdorf steals that off the defender. I'm going to tuck inside here. I see the run of Çalhanoğlu. Is he going to get his goal? Oh, no, he's not. It's cleared away by Phil Barsley. Probably would have stopped rolling before it hit the line there. The keeper took so much power out of it. But Çalhanoğlu is not having the luck in front of goal right now. Neither am I. But at least we have ourselves a 1-0 lead so far. Oh, lovely turn by Iñaki Williams. Good tackle by Taylor. But somehow I've come away with the ball there. Not entirely too sure how. But, oh, surely two. Oh, Haugaard is determined not to be beaten again. That's a couple of very smart saves from him so far, including the penalty. Funes Mori's up for this, but it's going to come back out to Çalhanoğlu. Support on the edge of the box from Jovetic. We'll play it back here. Oh, why does it have to be Funes Mori? Bezic. Oh, he's rolled the defender brilliantly. Oh, wow. What a last-ditch tackle from the defender. I'm trying my absolute best to get a second goal here, but I can't seem to find a way through this Stoke defensive line. They've defended so brilliantly so far. The only mistake they made was diving in to give away the penalty, and their goalkeeper made up for that. I will get a second goal. I'm determined to get a second goal, but they're trying absolutely everything to stop me from doing so. And their keeper is keeping them in it, and if they keep creating chances like that, then maybe they might still get something out of this game. Holgate, there's so much space here for Idrissa, and we'll poke it there for Brendan Galloway. See the run of Bezic, but he's not strong enough to hold off Jeff Cameron, but the referee deemed that a foul, so we'll get a free kick in a decent position. Can anyone take a free kick here in this starting lineup? They can't. Jovetic gets the opportunity then to try and impress, and, oh, not far away. Haugaard with a comfortable save in the end, just underneath his bar, but worth an effort from Jovetic. Bezic, Saponara, space, plenty of it for, Iñaki Williams, but Haugaard again refuses to be beaten. Yannick Balassi will look for the cross, and Iñaki Williams is underneath it for a second time, but Volscheid wins the header. 12 minutes to go. We still haven't been able to extend this lead, and the longer it stays at 1-0, the better chance Stoke have of getting something out of it. Idrissa. Jovetic makes the run, so I'll play him in. He's really struggled against Volscheid today, but he's got the better of him there. But Volscheid gets back again. He's defended. All of Stoke's defence have defended superbly throughout the game. They don't deserve, really, to be 1-0 down. I mean, perhaps they might do because of the penalty, but I mean, I missed it, so it was expert goalkeeping. Can I get this through there to Saponara? I can't. We might still work it to him via a couple of teammates, but no, Taylor intercepts again. Very resolute defending from Stoke City here, but we've been determined enough to keep ourselves a clean sheet so far in 89.5 minutes as well, so we might be able to get the second here, maybe. Jovetic in the box. Haugaard again determined to keep that clean sheet. I did win that header. Jovetic won that one too. Lay that off. Get it back to Jovetic. Spend the defender and blocked. Taylor, Haugaard put him under pressure. Composed as ever, but there goes the final whistle. Despite I don't know how many attempts, we can't extend our lead, but we had the lead in the first place. So we are going to get the victory. 9 shots, 7 on target, 1 missed penalty, 1 goal to nil. Manchester United won against West Ham. Crystal Palace won against Norwich. Newcastle drew to Liverpool. City lost to Arsenal. So I think we'll be where we were in the league table. I think we'll still be 2 points behind Crystal Palace. We'll still be level on points with Manchester United. We are, and we're still a point ahead of Spurs. Chelsea now losing a little bit of ground. Newcastle also there on 26 points. Then Arsenal on 25, Liverpool on 23, who we face next in 2 days' time on Christmas Day, which sucks. But let's have a quick rundown then of this squad report so I can show you what the situation is with the squad. Sergio Rico and Alban Lafont, who is actually unhappy. He wants to go out on loan, Alban Lafont, but I'm extremely reluctant to send him out on loan because I keep calling on him, and I'm going to need him in the end of the season if we're going to continue to go well in the Champions League. And of course, the FA Cup will start for as soon as we get into January as well. So goalkeeper-wise, I'm perfectly happy. Right-back-wise, we have Seamus Coleman, who's obviously my number one. Mason Holgate, a 75 rated now backup option, who we've been training a lot. John Joe Kenny and Tyus Browning. Haven't really seen any first-team football, so not sure what to do with them. Probably going to... Well, I'm definitely trying to sell John Joe Kenny. Tyus Browning, unsure. At centre-back, we have Mauricio Lemos, Socrates, Alfie Hill, who's the youngster that we've been growing, and Funes Mori. Tyus Browning can play at centre-back as well. Matthew Pennington's contract is expiring, and I'm trying to sell him on, but whatever happens, happens with him. I'm really not too fussed. That's the situation at centre-back. You'll have to let me know if you think it needs addressing. At left-back, we have Brendan Galloway, Luke Garber, and Ryan Bertrand, who, of course, is new to us this year and playing very, very well. In the midfield, the CDM role, we have James McCarthy and Mohamed Besic. Now, Besic doesn't play for me really that often whatsoever, so I would be open to selling him. James McCarthy is valued at 18.5 million and was sought after by Barcelona in the last window. We also have Axel Witsel, Idrissa, Quadwo, James Ward-Prowse, and a couple of cams as well in Chalanolu and Saponara, as well as a number of youth options that I'm looking to send out on loan. So central midfield is busy at present, but there is perhaps room for a couple of changes there if you feel that I should do that. With regards to wide positions, obviously on the right-hand side, we have Jared Deulofeu as a right mid, Carrasco as a left mid, couple of youngster options, Balassi, Morales, who we're looking to sell, and we also have Iñaki Williams, of course, and then up top we have a number of youngsters as well as Saido Berahino, Stefan Jovetic, who has scored 4 goals in 14 now. Romelu Lukaku's got the same scoring record, and Berahino, who has 3 in 10. So none of our strikers really hitting top form so far this season, although Lukaku did miss the first couple of months through injury and is starting to seem to get his goal-scoring run of form back. So that's the state of the squad. You will have to let me know in the comments section what position you think I should strengthen in and what players you think I should get for that particular role. But I will leave that up to you for now. That's going to be the end of today's episode. Tomorrow we will face Liverpool and was it West Ham, I think, on the 30th of December as well. I believe it was West Ham. Indeed it was. In January, the FA Cup has been drawn and we have Port Vale. And the Champions League draw has been made and we have Zenit St. Petersburg in the round of 16 of the Champions League. So that's been drawn too. Both cup ties are very much winnable. And the league is looking okay so far. So we'll just take it from here. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't. I will see you next time.